Hey everyone, how's it going? Octopus here and welcome back to evercrisis. We're going to be talking about Red 13 and Barret's new banner. There's a caution for Red, a weapon for him, and then Barret's got his own weapon as well. They seem to like mash these two together and then kind of go like, here you go in the middle of a huge storm of banners. Anniversary, crossover coming, plus all the Halloween stuff, and now the guild battle here and Jill's release. This banner is in a bad place. It's a good banner, but it's a skippable banner just because of how much is going on. Now, if you're someone who's a Red 13 user and you really enjoy his character, this is going to help. It's going to help him to sub heal while also extending his buff and debuffs. But my honest opinion in the beginning of this video is you can skip this. You really can. Unless Red 13 is your go-to for everything and he replaces your healer or sub-healing, you really want him for that, then definitely. But if you're someone who's rocking Aerith already, Matt, Barret, you know what I mean? Aerith is just really queen at healing at the moment. But yeah, he's not going to replace your healer. As a new player, if you don't have a healer, there is no other healing banners out right now, he will do good. He's using high tier content. All the hard content, if you go look at like all the guides out there, a lot of people in your guild and discords and videos, Red 13 is constantly being used in a lot of things, and that's not going to change. He's a great buffer, debuffer, and now he's a healer. That combination is great. You can look at this new weapon as the equivalent of Matt's Centipede. Matt's Centipede does physical. This one does magic. So with that being said, this is a choice of you depending on your account. The costume's good. The weapon's good. Barret's weapon is fantastic. But does your account say, will Red 13 replace my healer? No. Will this 60% boost therefore then be enough to justify the crystals with everything going on? Because if he's not going to replace the healer, sub heals doesn't really need this plus 10 points here. You rely on the 60%. Is that 60% going to make or break your Red 13? Because you could use weapons to do that. I think if you are someone who's using Red 13, and if I wasn't a free-to-play player who is so broke right now, I would pull this in a heartbeat. I'm a Red 13 fan. I love the way the costume looks, and I think it's a great weapon costume just to have on him. It looks fantastic. It looks super cute. Kind of reminds me of Stamp from Final Fantasy VII, but also Top Gun and all that. He looks really good, right? But you got to ask yourself, if you're not using for healing, that's 60%. I say it's worth if you are a fan of him. If you're crunching numbers, go for the skip. With that 60% boost though, what does his Pilot Collar do? His Pilot Collar raises magic defense, mid-tier, all allies just for one copy with a heal of 42%, and then OB6 54% with mid to high, and OB10 is mid to high. So 2 casts to get high magic defense, but you're constantly healing with this weapon anyways. Defense is going to hit high, and with his costume having 60% buff duration up, plus his buff extension over here at 39 points, which is 150, he's going to have an increase of 210%, leaving this up quite often, and honestly, every time you heal, it's probably going to be up for the entire battle. It's also got a magic heal slot over here, so your cure does do a lot more healing. I think it's a fantastic weapon to have on his arsenal, but it's something you can wish list later on. So personally, if you do go for this, having a healer that has magic defense up and everything, it's really, really good. Also, if you have another character that raises magic defense mid-tier, and then he casts this, it'll just put it to high tier right away as he's healing. So if he is the main healer and there's another character helping with magic defense, because the boss is constantly putting magic defense down, it's going to work really well. It does cost a whopping, though, 5 ATB. I believe Centipede is the exact same way, too. So that is something to realize. But again, you're doing 2 abilities in one cast, and that is huge. You guys seen how Centipede is. 5 ATB, healing 59%, physical defense mid to high. Heal bonus is stronger here, but buff duration is lower. So it's basically that. Your Red 13 is now the equivalent of Matt, but the other way. These guys share similar limit breaks, similar setups, but Red 13 has a huge arsenal. So if you are going to pull this banner and you are going for Red 13, a lot of shout out weapons. When it comes to a healer banner or a buff debuffer, these banners are really good to wishlist your DPS weapons. I'm going to show you Red 13's best weapons. Doesn't mean you should just put all these and use it. Realistically, you should be putting, okay, we're having a guild battle for water right now. Put some water potency weapons there that you're missing. Or fill out your other DPS, like you're still trying to work on Earth Vincent, or you're trying to work on a fire character. Go for those weapons, right? These banners are really good for wishlisting because all you're really going for is that costume and one copy of their current new weapon, because you can't wishlist them. Now, things that you want for Red 13 though, there's a bunch here. Silver Collar is a really good one if you want wind resist, water resist for 3 ATB and sigil breaking with good R abilities. Ivy Collar, every DPS in the game will be using this thing because it's boost attack 62 with 39 ability potency. And then it also has fire and ice resist for 3 ATB. Crazy weapon. If you want some wind resist down, you've got Canyon Collar doing magic wind damage along with lowering the enemy's magic defense from mid to high with great R abilities. If you want thunder resist down, you got Seaside Collar. And then the really juicy ones are stuff like Sleek Collar because it raises magic defense of everyone in your party by high. This has saved me so many times in the higher content, along with Junk Collar because it lowers magic attack at OB6. These weapons only need to be OB6, no more than that. It's just extra for the R abilities, so don't go crazy. And I would say that's like his best ones. Everything else is R abilities for fire, water, earth, right? There's a couple like regen ones here, magic defense decrease, but realistically, those are his staple ones, I would say. These two for survivability utility for this new setup. So if you are using his healing weapon, having the ability to magic defense increase all is not really necessary. So you would do magic attack down if you're facing a magic attack enemy. This is just here if you don't have it. So actually ignore that one. Sleek Collar, since it's new one, you no longer need Sleek Collar. It is one cast magic defense, but you wouldn't combine the two of them. That's just crazy. So now Barret on the banner, on the other hand, his weapon is wild. The Execution Cannon. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong. I'm just making fun of it. Magic defense is increased mid, all allies to high. It has magic attack is increased mid to high and a little bit of heal at 70% or more HP. So OB6 this weapon. It's a wishlist weapon later on. Wait till the banners are updated. Save your tickets. Whatever you got to do, right? Magic defense increase high. Magic attack increase high. He's the first full magic attack AoE in one cast, I think. I could be wrong on that. I know Tifa's gloves go to high and stuff like that. But yeah, this thing's good. It's got defense, buff duration on it, a circle sigil on a healing character with a support one. OB10 that just increases the durations, nothing more than that. But in one cast, magic defense up and then magic attack up. So he's going to be really good for magic attack teams if you don't have Tifa and all that. But an Air Tifa combo does really, really good to surpass all that. Again, Barret weapons. This banner isn't for really just making Barret work or Red 13 work. It's a wishlist place, but you've got some crazy weapons for Barret. The Shark Cannon for water resist down, right? Fire and water. You've got the Electro Cannon for every magic user who wants to use it. Micro Laser for the healing. You would use Micro Laser and this weapon, and that way you can buff everyone, buff your magic defense, and then use Micro Laser. This is the staple one. This is really, really good to have on this build. Another one is the Assault Gun for physical defense fully up if he's there for using both. And then the last one is Emily Launcher because that is a great R ability weapon for anyone that is a physical DPS. Really, really strong one to have in the back. Then you got a couple of shadows like Magic Attack down, high tier, right? If you need to do stuff like that, that's another option there. But again, only pick what you need out of these banners. Don't just focus on Red 13 or Barret. You're putting wishlist for DPS and then getting the other weapon they would use. So me personally, I'd go for like Micro Laser and then the Magic Attack down for Red 13, and the other 3 slots would be DPS weapons. So it's up to what you guys want to do for this banner. Personally, I want to pull on it, but I also need to work on other things. I might pull for the guild battles to help my guild out a little bit more. I'm a huge Red 13 fan. I do want the costume, but like everyone said jokes in my stream tonight over at Twitch, they're all like, let's just wait for the 2nd year anniversary when they give us a voucher for it. Poor Red and Barret. Now, if Barret got this costume, that'd be crazy. A healing potency, buff, debuff duration. Either way, let me know what you guys think of Red's new banner and everything. I'll be making an update video of all the new updates that are going on right now. A lot of things, guild battle, crazy amount of stuff to talk about. So for now, thank you so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll smell you later.